Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel Plush Cat Eyes Unfiltered. And today I will be running a commentary on episode 7 of the hit dating show My Mom, Your Dad that's currently running on Channel 9 here in Australia. As you all know, I have given you like a tidbit on how the show works. A little bit of Big Brother, a little bit of Love Island, and a little bit of Married at First Sight, all in one. But this time we're gonna be talking about single parents, over middle age, 50s, 60s, who are single and looking for love, and their kids have decided, okay, we are going to nominate you to go on a dating show, and hopefully you find the love that they deserve. So before we get into the commentary of tonight's episode, let's do some housekeeping. Please subscribe and like, comment, whatever you want to do. Just subscribe and get this channel growing. So I will be tagging episode 7 the last hurrah. So it's the final romantic date for the remaining couples. Here they get to go on this date to just solidify the relationship and tell us where they are at, because by this time next week we will know who the parents have sort of received blessings from via the kids, because the kids are going to be the one deciding the fate of their parents' love relationship. I know. Let's just get right into today's episode. Episode 7 saw the 4 remaining couple cheer on each other, and following the fact that they all had to make a difficult and tough decision to either stay or exit the show last night. We saw how Mel, Tim, and Neil left. They haven't made any connection, and so it was time to go. We are down now to the final 4, and it's just end games from here on out. No sooner had they cheered each other on, a new message popped on, inviting any of the 4 of them to take on the honeymoon suite. Again, very quickly the 3 couples decided, okay, we're gonna give Ro and Carol the opportunity to get to know each other more intimately. Carol was very keen. Ro, on the other hand, was a little, again, very hesitant. Yeah, they got ready and off they went to the honeymoon suite. Yeah, I would think that they were going to get, because there's so much sexual tension between these two. You could see that, you could smell it. However, Ro is not too keen to exploit this. I'm not sure why. He's got his own reasons, and I respect that. And so the honeymoon suite was pretty much wasted. The only action we saw was literally fruit play. That's all, nothing else. However, guess what? The real deal was happening right in the house with Heath and Michelle. Right there in the kitchen sink. They were playing around, washing the dishes, getting the place cleaned up. Next thing we knew, Michelle leaned in for a pass. To the excitement of Heath, of course. He enjoyed every bit of that pass. I was like, oh my God, I was taken aback. Like, Michelle, you go, girl. Get that man. And so she did. And yeah, I guess the relationship isn't platonic anymore, because that kiss was all we needed to see. And it said a lot. It spoke volume for them. Good on you, Michelle, for taking it on and reassuring poor Kit, who has been, on the receiving end of all of the, should I say, slow burn from the other ladies that had exited the show. So I hope this is the beginning of good things for these 2 couples. Again, why not? It's literally crunch time. So if you're not making that effort, you're not making that move, you're not making that connections, you just get your bags and go. Like I said, I'm tagging this episode date night, so we get to see them go on final dates, and Michelle and Heath have kicked things right up a notch for me. Let's see what happens with you. The next morning, Carol walked back out from the honeymoon suite, and the other house parents were like, what happened? And to her, she felt a little disappointed that there wasn't even a kiss shared between Ro and herself. And it was evident that, I'm not sure what Ro, I don't know if Ro if Ro is into her. I don't really think so. He probably is just struggling and just trying to see this to the end. I really don't know what's going on. And you really cannot say because we only go off of what we see on screen. Meanwhile, Kid is, in heavens from last night. He's giddy, he's blushing left, right, and center, given the fact that he had his first kiss with Michelle. Chrissy and Shane, those guys have been kissing all over the place. I'm tired. But again, they are in love. So that's what people in love do, I guess. They had a quiet chat in the garden where they wanted to find out where you're going to go after, the first place you're going to go after the show. He immediately said, I'm going to go to England to meet your parents, Michelle. I was like, whoa, that is a bold statement, dude. You are... I thought we were taking it slow here. You literally have jumped like the bridge on this one. Well, good on you. You know what you want and you cannot wait to get it. And I would say I'm applauding this guy. He's such a gentleman. He's slow to start at first, but now he's just flourished. So good on him. And now on to the dates. First up, Michelle and Heath. Now going from what happened the night prior, it was going to be a good date. They were taken down to Sydney Harbour with a yacht. A yacht was waiting and they had a lovely lunch on the boat. It was really nice and Heath reaffirmed how, he is feeling or what he is feeling for her. And Michelle, again, warmed up. She's warmed up. She's sort of let her walls down and warmed up to Heath's advances. A few kisses were shared on the boat and they solidified where they are at, taking it a step further. So good on them. Next up on the date, Chrissy and Shane, they rode on a beautiful convertible to the countryside in Sydney where they went to have a picnic. Again, as you all know, those guys are smooth, solid, and strong. Nothing is shaking those two. Kisses and just checking in on where they are at and, looking forward to the end game to see how they do outside of the show. So again, good on them. I want to hope that Kayla isn't going to be a stumbling block come the blessing ceremony, because again, she has a lot of concerns and she runs the dad's life pretty much. So I'm curious to find out how this unfolds for these two. But so far, their date, again, to be expected, they are happy and they're going. Next up on the date, Ro and Carol. And they went to a place called Swan Lake. For a black man, water is not like a favorite thing of ours. I would say that for myself too. It was a bit of fun. They had a nice picnic by the seaside. And here we got to see Carol and Ro kiss. It was really good. I have been longing for the kiss. And when it came, it really was worth the wait. I just hope that Ro just lets more of this out and just, come to and be a little bit warmer, because Carol has put in 150% in. She's putting all in. She is so keen on this guy. Ro, on the other hand, is taking it really, really slow, like a snail. But yeah, the kiss happened and I saw it. It was good. So good on them. Next up, our final couple, Petula and Darren. Yes, we all know these two also haven't had their first kiss. And so they went on a helicopter ride. Romantic, very romantic. And when they got down, they had a picnic, they had more chat. And yes, we got to see the kiss we have been waiting for. Yeah, shared their first kiss and they were both stoked and excited. So we'll see where this leads this to. And I am hoping for the best for them. So cue in the emotional scene and get on the tissues, guys. It's an emotional scene for me. Kate came in and said, the parents have got to, reflect on how far they've come on the show, and by writing a letter to their kids who nominated them onto the show. It was so emotional because the kids then had to read out these letters, to our hearing. It was so emotional. Darren was very expressive. He was very expressive. I felt so moved. The only person that wasn't as expressive was Ro. He just only was full of praises for his son, but did not mention the fact that he's met Carol or said anything relating to, his time whilst in the retreat, which was quite sad because Carol's daughter wasn't pleased. She felt her mom had, put in 150% into the relationship, and Ro isn't giving anything, and she's like, that is going to impact on her decision come the commit blessing ceremony. And you know what, good on her. If she says you're not suited for each other, I think I'll support that, because you can't just give 120% and you're not getting anything back. It can't just be one way. It has to, be both ways, and that's the only way for a relationship to thrive. Equal input does go a long way in growing or prolonging whatever relationship you are in. So that was it for me. The night ended, with a twist. You want to watch this one, you want to hear how this unfolded. Kate, once again, she's always the bearer of bad news at this point. So everyone, when she comes in, they're all nervous and on their toes. This was the final scene for episode 7 tonight, and she came and started with just trying to get them a little bit nervous, and she then revealed that the kids have been watching the entire time, and her parents saw red, and they were also nervous and scared, given that they've been acting silly and crazy the entire time they've been on the retreat, not knowing that they were being spied on by their kids. And that was literally a little bit confronting for some of them, who were literally, you could see their eyes just rolling to the back of their head, because trying to see, oh my God, what did I do? Did I do that? Did I do this? And so we ended up with Kate having to reveal the kids in the kids' bunker whilst they were spying in on their parents. And then they also know that, their secret or their role on the show, has now been made known to their parents. Knowing the parents also found out that the kids all this entire time were the relationship consultant. I would not be pleased if I was one of the parents. Just telling you that right now, having your kid decide your relationship, that's a bit extreme and full on, but they took it all in good faith. I guess from here on now, they are all getting ready for what's to come, for the blessings from the kids. And this is the big one, guys. We're going to not know exactly how this unfolds until next week. So stay tuned, guys, for the final episodes of My Mom and Your Dad. Until next time when I come on here and run some more commentary, it's just me. Be safe. Please subscribe and take care.